Hello, everybody. Hello, hello. It's Anastasha Grace here with the weekly show, Twin Flames, Soulmates, Power Couples, Relationships, talking all things love. And I would like you to ask you now to comment, message, if you can hear me, if you can see me. We're going to be having a very interesting, interactive conversation today. We are going to talk about what do we need to do to attract that person of our dreams. So what is in the way? What do we need to shift? What do we need to heal? What are those messages that you need to receive today to find the love of your life, to find your happiness, to find the partner that you were looking for? Let me know where you're coming from. I'm having a bit of a delay, but I think I should be hearing you really well and seeing you really well. As you can see, I have my cards today, and they're not usual cards. They are archetype cards. And what I would like to do is to draw a card for everyone who wants to receive a message today. Last few, Katie says, hi, I want to find a partner. Excellent, Katie. So what I would like to do is to actually draw a card for you and see what is it needs to be shifting right now, or what is it that predominant archetypes that is sitting in a way of you attracting a partner. Hello, Browing. Hello, Ian. Wonderful. I absolutely love these cards. There are 82 archetypes. They are drawn by Caroline Mees. In the previous 4 sessions, we were talking about 4 archetypes that are inhibitors in our life, in our love, in our relationship, in our way of being the most powerful and the most expressed in the world. So today I want to dive deeper into this, because those parts of us that are not fully us, but those aspects of us can be actually very easily explained or drawn out through the card, through the archetype, right? And I draw these cards for myself regularly and absolutely love it. So let's start, and let's start with Katie, because she has message first, and I just want to make sure that I see all of your comments and I can scroll. Okay, wonderful. So Katie Richardson, I would love to draw a card for you and see which, and here we go, which archetype is actually blocking your, what do you need to shift right now in your life that will help you to unlock that part of yourself that needs to learn. Okay, trickster. So trickster is actually it's a bit of a saboteur in our lives. Trickster, light attributes of a trickster transcends convention, stiffness, and predictable behavior, and shadow attribute manipulating others through duplicity. So what you need to be aware of is leading a double life, or saying something that you don't mean, or not being fully honest with yourself, not being fully honest with others, and coming to the place that if you watched other live streams, I talk about a lot about moving from shadow aspects of our expression to the light aspects of our self-expression. And when we shift from any kind of adaptive behavior, any kind of survival behavior, and all into thriving, into being our best selves and being led by the spirit, by your highest expression of self. You will, on the higher vibrations, will attract that love and that beauty and money and you know, everything that you desire actually is hidden within your soul. Your soul code where it carries the codes for you to unravel. So in your particular transcending convention, stuffiness and predictable behavior. So your magic lies in being unpredictable, in being spontaneous, in doing like all the wild things. And Katie, let me know if that makes sense to you. Do you allow yourself to be spontaneous? Do you allow you go wild and crazy? And you know what? Today I'm gonna go and I'm gonna take a trip to Sydney, right? And I'm just gonna take a road trip. I'm not gonna tell anyone, and I'm not going to explain my actions to anyone. So the more unpredictable you are going to be and led by your kind of like instincts or soul inklings or desire, you will see mentor. While I am shuffling, the mentor came up because I'm just basically channeling the mentoring, a mentor for you, channeling that archetype at this moment. So, Katie, for you, being unpredictable and spontaneous and listening to your heart will allow you. Okay, wonderful. 10 Hunt is, next one says, yes, please. So what kind of character, what kind of archetype, what traits will allow you to open up more of you and for 10 Hunt and be spontaneous, and be magnetic to your love. Beautiful. You've got the card that is called Knight. I don't know if you can see it. So we have a Knight. Light attributes: loyalty, romance, and chivalry, a love of honor. And shadow attributes: allegiance to a destructive ruler or principle, romantic delusions. At the end, it's kind of self-explanatory, isn't it? Let go of romantic delusions, because this world, unfortunately, is full of them. We are learning about love, what love is, through all, through the movies and through what Hollywood is teaching us. And letting go of delusions, of maybe simplicity or you know how I would explain it to you, that like the rules of how it's supposed to be. And for example, thinking like, no, he has to like bump into me, and like it was in the movie, and then I will believe that the fate brought us together. But if it's not by those rules that I know, then it's not my person. So moving towards the light are attributes of loyalty, romance, and chivalry, love of honor. So honoring yourself, honoring the people that you meet, honoring men that you meet, honoring that light within them, honoring that qualities of the night, and also cultivating these qualities of, just think about the night, right? They carry this honor within themselves. And by their nature, they respect themselves because they are the carriers of the honor. And when you honoring yourself, you are honoring everyone else around you. And you also do not allow anyone to take advantage of you or somehow hurt you or just treat you wrong. It is going to be a very you know, a very high level interactions with other people, high level vibrations when you carry that honor within yourself towards love, and let go of any kind of expectations or romantic delusions. Then I hope you love this card, because I really love it. That night archetype is really, really beautiful. And when you carry that energy within yourself, you will find your match. So that honor within will bring the honorable man to you. Hope it makes sense. Sarah K is next. I can see the comments. And guys, whoever is watching, all of this will be applying to you as well. The thing is, we are all one, and all those mirrors and projections and the messages that you receive from the outside, it means that you are meant to hear them. All the symbols or signs from the universe or from your field, once you hear them, it means that you take them on. And also, when you hear something good, just kind of bring that in also for yourself. Just go, yeah, I like that. I'll take that in. And something that you don't like, just go like, no, I don't need that. Thanks very much. I have my energetic boundaries and they're closed. So yeah, if you hear something that is just like, oh yeah, that makes total sense for me as well, bring that in, because all of those qualities, we're not just one-sided, right? Say Caroline Myss has described 82 archetypes. We have all of them within us. It's just some of them activated, some of them not activated, and some of them are in the shadow and some of them are in the light. Whatever you've been taught, how you were brought up, and whatever you've learned throughout your life, everything is within you. Everyone is within you, and there's good within you and there is bad within you. It's all about where you're moving and what choices are you making. Okay, beautiful. Is it Ilana Rosenberg? Next one on the list. Is it Ilana? I hope I see it correctly. Ilana, I will draw the card for you and let's see what comes out. Is it this one? This one. Perfect. A rebel. Haha. Ilana, tell me if that's something means to you, a rebel. Is this something that shows up in your life? So in a light version of a rebel, it challenges authority to effect social change, rejects spiritual systems that do not serve inner needs. And in shadow, a rebel rejects legitimate authority out of anger, rebels out of peer pressure or fashion. So what you need to know about this aspect of our personality or psyche, and we all have that in us, right? Part of us is always rebellious towards something or someone, is that finding the balance between authority and understanding that we live in the world of systems, and at the same time not being affected, not being at the effect of it, right? So there's such thing as cause and effect. When you are at the cause in your life, you are an authority. And then you don't feel like a victim towards everything that's going on. You can see the system and you can work with it. You see monetary system, you see religious system, you see government systems, and you don't have to get angry in order to like rebel against them or be individual or express yourself fully. Otherwise, you can get caught up in this rebellious constant movement or energy, and you will be more taken over by a fight rather than love. So as a light attribute, you move towards helping others as seeing changes that are needed around you and creating those changes. So if you find that something in your life that doesn't feel right and you just want to rebel against it, do it in a peaceful way. Do it in a way that you feel like you're an authority in your life and you're not a victim, you're not victimized by anything else. How good is that? I was a rebel all my life, and trust me, I spent a lot of time just being kind of like angry and reactive when I was younger, especially when I was a teenager in my 20s. So it's a lot of energy that can be wasted. And you can miss a lot of things and a lot of opportunities where when you are in reaction in life, or you're fighting against, and then you just become less magnetic to love and more magnetic towards a fight, sorry, or aggression, or just things that cause you to feel like you need to rebel against. Wonderful. So brewing hate. Let's see what shows up in your character. So this one. So Samaritan. Samaritan. Samaritan, a light attribute, refines your capacity to help those you would prefer to ignore. Interesting. I hope it gives you some kind of insight into your psyche. And shadow, a exacting appropriation and recognition for the help you offer. So basically, this one is tells us about the balance between the helper and the person that in the martyr, a person who just kind of wants the recognition, and the light archetype that can help anyone freely and open heart to anyone that you would like to ignore. It's a big lesson in here. It's a huge card, and like a really big kind of depth. There's a lot of kind of depth in it that is coming through. It's finding the balance where you can see the world as it is and not turning away from the things that you don't like, and especially not taking it on yourself when you can't help, or kind of running away from situation where you can help other people. It's a really great balance. It's a very heart opening card through compassion. So what Bronwyn, what you need to find is the depth of the compassion within yourself, towards yourself, and towards people that might ask for your help or for your support, without thinking too much of a recognition that you might or might not get for it. So this uncovering of your ability to support other people through compassion will open up new levels of love for you, and it's way deeper than that. This is as much as I can kind of explain to you right now. I would actually love to dig deeper and test into you and to see what layers of that unconscious that you have, what kind of patterns do you have in your life, how do they show up in your life around love and compassion, because that's going to be the key for your for opening your heart. I hope it makes sense. Okay, wonderful. Let's see who else. Vicky Smith. Beautiful, Vicky. Let's see what will be uncovered for Vicky. Where the here we go. This card. What does she need to understand or uncover within herself? A child orphan. Okay, Vicky, tell me if that's going to resonate with you. If you're gonna find any childhood wounds when you hear this. Light archetype, independence based on learning to do it alone, conquering fear of surviving, and shadow attributes, feelings of abandonment that stifle maturation, seeking inappropriate surrogate families. So we spent quite a bit of in my previous videos and previous times, I spent a little bit of time on child archetype, unwounded child that carries the wounds of abandonment, rejection, betrayal, humiliation, injustice. And that child plays a massive role in our relationships, because basically relationship bring out the child in us. You just think of just think back at the time you were in love, right? You move through life absolutely like a mature being. For example, you've got all your life sorted, you could have a big business, you can have plenty of money, and you feel solid inside yourself and quite independent. And then you fall in love, and all of a sudden all of your self-esteem crashes down. You start becoming dependent on this person. All of a sudden you feel like your whole life depends on this person, if they like you or don't like you, if they are gonna hurt you, or what if they abandon you, or what if they reject you, what if they leave you, and so on and so forth. That's because our childhood kicks in. um, Everything is connected within us. In like our divine child falls in love, and our wounded child is the one that gets hurt in love, because that's how we learned love in our childhood. Your little baby, mom walks out of the door. It hurts, like triggers the survival in a little child. They start kind of like getting worried, start crying. Where is mom? The survival person, the person is responsible for my survival is gone. So healing childhood wounds of abandonment, and finding your path in being independent, and trusting yourself to do it alone, trusting to be okay, and conquering fear of surviving, believing and rewiring your brain and rewiring your unconscious mind and your psyche from the survival, like which is embedded in our physical being, in our emotional being, in our reptilian brain, in our limbic brain, and moving uh, higher in your frequency, in your vibration towards spiritual love, understanding that you are a spirit, understanding that you are eternal being that is going to live through lives and lives and lives again and again, and you have love within yourself. So overcoming this fear of being hurt, fear of being left alone, fear of not surviving without the tribe, fear of not surviving without that person. And when you heal that wounded child, that orphaned abandonment wound, that's the main one. And I do have a program to heal those specific wounds. And it's magical what happens. It's a miracle what happens when you heal the abandonment wound. I had a client who came to me during lockdown, during like first wave of pandemic. He his business was wiped out because of the lockdown. He was on the verge of bankruptcy, no money whatsoever, completely lost. you know, beautiful, powerful, gorgeous man with completely wiped out self-worth and self-esteem due to money problems, and he was an orphan. So at the age of 1.5, he was given away for adoption. So his mom refused, left him. So he was living with his mom for 1.5 years, and then his mom left him, and and then he just spent all his life in foster homes. So we worked on the wounds, and we worked on the abandonment wound, and we healed it. And the change was just incredible. The transformation was just mind blowing. Stepping into that self-love, stepping into self-worth, grounding into, I did a quite intense process of reparenting, grounding into earth, you know, connecting to the to divine self, navigating within, like after our program, within 2 weeks, he landed 140K in cash in his bank account. He then, within the next week, he made signed a contract for 5 mil for the next, you know, a few years with the company, and then he lined up like massive projects for 80 mil and so on. He was very you know, good businessman. It's just the healing of those wounds brings, and then he fell in love, and then he met a woman. He messaged me, you know, 4 months back, a photo of a gorgeous woman. He said something is unbelievable is happening. I don't know what's happening. I said, well, you have met someone with very incredible connection. That's what's happening, because your heart is open, because your self-love just increased exponentially, and self-worth is increased exponentially. So that's what that attraction brings towards you. So for you, Vicky, child archetype is the key to love, and healing those wounds are essential, whether you realize that or not. Yes. Rosalina, if you would like a card, please say yes. And let's, Rosalina, Brian, and let's have a look what's, and again, I just want to repeat that whatever you hear, oh, there's a card. Whatever you hear, it applies to everyone. So for child archetype, absolutely everyone has a child archetype within them. Wounded child, absolutely everyone. It's the matter of how much healing have you done, and how much it affects your life right now, or to what extent, and how much you have it under control, I guess. Like I see it acting out, you know, in my life once in a while, and it's just how much grip you have on that trigger. In regards to healing wounds, it's not that you will heal it like completely. It's like with any wound, you will have a scar, but at least you're aware of it. You know where it is, and you know exactly how it responds, and you know exactly how to shift your state and your life into your control, rather than being controlled by your wound, and not knowing what's going on with you. Why are you not you know, making money, or why you're not magnetic towards love, or towards money, or towards some kind of good events, towards luck, right? We want to be magnetic so we can bring luck in our life. Okay, Rosalina Brian, would you like to know, is it this card? Yep. Beautiful. Well, you got a trickster as well. This is interesting. So trickster, transcending convention, softness, and predictable behavior. Rosalina, do you get stuck in the same repetitive behavior, or in kind of stuckness and stuckness and same old? If you do, if you find it somewhere, find a way to transcend that. Try to find ways to be spontaneous and allowing yourself some crazy things in your life. You know, whatever you need, a holiday right now, whatever obligations you have in your life, or whatever life you need to lead at the moment, find a way to be magical, because trickster is a magician, right? It's a magical person. So, and magician is sitting on that pillar of saboteur and magician. And we were talking about saboteur, I think, last video that I did last week on Wednesday. Magician is incredible archetype. Is incredible. It can open up for you so much, but to get there, you need to bypass your mind. The mind that is ruled by this world, by this reality, and magician, that unpredictable part of us, magical part of us, lives beyond this reality. It's the ruler of miracles and ruler of time. It collapses time, and it's not logical whatsoever. It's outside of logic. So if you have any kind of, you know, if you can bring more magic into your life, do it. Because that's the answer for you. That's what's going to bring a magician into your life as well. Because if you are magical, you will bring a magician to you, and magician archetype as a man, and they are incredible. You know, they can create most incredible things. All right, next one, Ellison Holding. Ooh. Ellison, if you're here, if you would like a card, let's see what's gonna come out for you. To, if you would love to attract a life partner, let's see what's in the way. Okay, beautiful. Hermit. Ellison, what does it mean for you? What does a hermit mean for you? Where are you, hermit? Where are you hiding away from yourself, from potential partner, from love? Where do you hide? In the light attributes, seek solitude to focus intently on inner life, serves personal creativity. And in shadow attributes, withdraws from society out of fear or negative judgments of others, refusing to help those in need. But he's refusing, he's just feeling too insecure in himself, right? So they are not extrovert at all. This is our introvert side of us, and we all have introvert side of us and extrovert side of us. It's all about the balance. So where are you scared of criticism? Who hurt you with the criticism before in your life? Who is still affecting your decisions or the way you respond to life? And you know, it's interesting. I'm reading this to you, but I can definitely you know, resonate with this card myself. Quite often I don't want to show up at all. I have experienced criticism when I was growing up, so for a long time I was very sensitive to criticism. So who hurt you? Who is still affecting you? And where you need to look into your personal creativity, and where do you need to look into your inner life, and where do you actually need to get out and be free and not hide and not to be affected by people, right? And just be guided from the within. So tell me if that resonates, and I'm just messaging you so you know which one is if that's something you have done before. Something that you have experienced in life. Azra, beautiful lady. I would love to be. Oh, interesting. Who's gossip? Is it for Azra? No, it's not. But someone. It's a message for someone. It's a gossip. Wherever you're seeing betraying confidence, whatever you are kind of gossiping right now, whatever you you kind of not being clean or pure with your language, with your thoughts, think about it. Gossip is one of the most like ickiest energies, ickiest frequencies, because we create with our words, we create with our we're literally speaking into being. That's what we're doing all the time. Even the word spelling is a spell, right? So every time you write something, you write a spell. We we are speaking into being. So be mindful of what you say and how you say it, so you don't gossip. And this is the card for Azra, and it's a beautiful card. It's called Networker. Look at the colors, incredible. Love it. Light attributes enhances unity through the sharing of information. Interesting that it follows the gossip card. So guys, have a look at the connection, right, of transfer of information. Networker in the light archetype enhances unity through sharing of information. Again, speaking or writing, whatever you put out into the world through the language. In gender, social awareness, and empathy. So, Azra, for you, spreading awareness and empathy is important through the language. And shadow attributes conveys information only for personal gain, spreads fear and falsehood. Very interestingly, it correlates with gossip, doesn't it? So being mindful that what do you say? So you speak love, share love, not only for the profit, but to spread awareness and empathy. And that will warm up your heart, because when you are speaking love, you hearing it, you listening to it, your heart is listening to it, and your heart receives the healing. It's like speaking love and speaking compassion, speaking awareness, speaking empathy. It's like you're talking to yourself, and in that moment you're healing yourself as you speak. So you be mindful of that, and as you do that, you will be magnetic for men, because there's not many women out there that still speak gentleness, that still speak, a compassion, awareness, love. This life made us to be quite harsh and quite on on the go, on task, on things. We just have to be like performing. We gotta do it. We more talk about like doing things, right, than speaking the love and compassion. Something comes in mind when I share this with you, Azra. Uh, if you remember, there was a marriage between Demi Moore and Ashton Kutcher. He was like 15 years younger than her, and the moment he said he fell in love with her or noticed her is when he heard her speaking on the phone with her daughter. And she had so much gentleness, she had so much love, and she's had so much compassion in her voice and her conversation. And he overheard it and in on the party, that he turned over and he saw this incredible woman who was much, much older than him, but also much wiser. And that beauty of her expression of love actually really drew him in, and that's how their steamy romance has began. And I remember this story because he was so impressed when he shared, is just by that love and kindness of coming out from the mouth of a woman, and it made her so magnetic to him. So speak love and kindness, and you know we'll see what's going to happen in your life. It'd be interesting. Hi. Rachel Quinn, it's such a beautiful wisdom, isn't it? It's just like these cards are just giving us all this information. It's incredible. I'm just blown away myself, because I'm like, yes, Anastasia, speak love and kindness. Just don't forget that as well. Oh goodness, I love this. Rachel Quinn, a beautiful lady. If she is still here, I'm not seeing all the comments. I have to scroll them down. Yes, beautiful. Rachel Quinn. I hope you, Rachel, I hope I pronounced that correctly. So let's see what's in the companion. Oh my goodness. It's gorgeous. Isn't it cool? Companion. Okay, great. Companion. Light attributes: loyalty, tendency, and unselfishness. Ooh, what a lesson, isn't it? Oh my goodness. And shadow attributes: betrayal of misusing confidences, loss of personal identity. Whoa, that's a huge lesson in love, in life and marriage and companionship and partnerships. Massive lesson, massive for anyone who is listening, because especially if you're a woman, but also not just a woman. Men also lose themselves. They also lose their identity. Now there's whole new wave of nice guys that don't really know how to navigate in life, because they were raised and trained to please and adapt and not really be fully expressive. And there's a lot of around toxic masculinity that really scares men to be their full self. However, for a woman, it's even more difficult to be a companion and not to lose herself, because we are wired for serving and helping and supporting. It's just the nature of the feminine energy. The feminine energy holds everyone, right? She holds the family. She holds, like Mother Earth. She holds everything and everyone. And how do you attend to everyone and not lose yourself? What you need, what I need. How to be a companion and at the same time stay fully yourself, in your full authority, in your full identity, in your full self-love and presence. So it's a great balance. So your lesson, so your lesson is to find a balance between being a companion, being a true supporter, a best cheerleader to your partner, and at the same time not fully lose yourself and respect yourself. And to do that, you need to become a companion to yourself first. That's how you can find the balance. Is you understand that first you are your best friend, you are your best fan, you are your best cheerleader, and you always back yourself up no matter what. Even if you made a mistake, even if you messed up so much, still you back yourself up. And then when you are in that balance with yourself and with your sense of love and stability, then you can become a really great companion to another person, where your boundaries are still present and you can be relied upon, like you're loyal and not misusing that trust that is given to you as a companion. And we can only misuse that trust when we feel unsafe, when we feel not seen, not appreciated, taken for granted, and not accepted the way we are, or we're giving too much without anything in return. And again, to staying in that self-love and self-worth, become your own companion. Don't take yourself for granted. Give yourself attention, give yourself that love, and see yourself, see your own beauty, give yourself that appreciation. And this way you can become a really great companion for another person, and very balanced one, without any kind of swinging back and forth. I hope that makes a lot of sense. And I'm losing some comments already. Kitty Toves, you are saying it's my 49th birthday. Happy birthday today. And if any information on twin flame would be much appreciated. Incredible. Kitty, let's draw your card, and then I will have a look what is in the space. I can, straight away the card came up. Prince. Oh my God, I love this. I love the question. Well, apparently the card says yes. Light attribute romantic charm and potential for power, and shadow attribute using power for self aggrandizement. Whatever that means. Let's see. So Kitty, I will test into you. How far are you from? That's incredible. Your twin flame or partner, or it's very near. Actually, you are very, very near to attract that love, that person, that prince, romantic charm and potential for power. So what you need to look for, or not kind of look for, but notice, when it's around you, that combination of power and gentleness. When the person is gentle, like a prince, but at the same time holds an incredible power within them, deep, 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 deep inside. So that would be your indication of a man that's yours. I hope it's clear. I hope it makes sense for you. We tend to dismiss people. Sometimes we are, as women, we have quite high demands on men. We tend to sometimes like dismiss them for being too soft or too nice, and much minority thing like bad boys or tough guys or alpha males. When you see the gentleness, tune in and see if you can feel the inner power underneath. That subtle confidence and that potential king archetype that follows the prince. So that's a beautiful card for you. And it's magical. What can I say? I love king archetype, and it will follow absolutely with a beautiful woman by his side. A prince turns into a king really, really fast. So don't be concerned if he's not like in full-blown prince archetype. Oh, sorry, not full-blown king archetype, but kind of still has his like usefulness or gentleness in him. Men turn into kings really fast when they have the incentive of a beautiful woman or a gentle, loving woman. Okay, beautiful. Megs. Love to know what 2021 holds for me. And we have a card. Oh, that's me again, mentor. While I'm mentoring, and while I'm kind of channeling the messages, I keep receiving the card of a mentor, passing on wisdom and refining student character. That's exactly what we're doing. Thank you so much. These cards are amazing, I swear. They are amazing. You just ask them questions and they will tell you everything about your character. And the thing is, we why it's called a shadow, because we don't see parts of our character quite often. Some people tell us about our character, to biggest surprise of us. And you know, they're hidden parts of us. So it's quite interesting when we reveal or understand new things about ourselves. So Meg's Prince again. Oh dear, there's a lot of love happening today. Sorry. Prince archetype again, romantic charm, potential for power. So look for that Prince Charming, and cultivate that element within yourself. Being being close to turning into queen, right? Because when we cultivate that prince energy within us, and as we kind of both hold masculine and the feminine, we are beings that we have access to all energies. Prince energy within us gives us this bravery, and I guess being a little bit, you know, idealistic. The prince is always kind of optimistic and moving forward, and they feel powerful within themselves, and they feel just incredible that there's so many things they can conquer, and there's just cultivating that, and cultivating that wisdom, like learning the wisdom. Such a great archetype. Seriously, when you activate it within you, you will channel that useful, brave, incredible, honoring, loving, romantic, charming energy within yourself. And you know, if the energy that you carry within yourself, that's the man you will attract to meet you. And Sandra Shelton, ladies, I'm just picking whatever I see on the screen. So if I'm missing any messages, I am apologizing for that. Sandra Shelton. Judge. Ooh. Oh, Sandra, you are in for the ride. I'm going to tell you about this archetype, which we all have within ourselves, because we obviously move through life judging. We make decisions. We need to judge. We need to kind of do the justification to the situation, to the person, to ourselves. However, in the shadow, it offers only destructive criticism, misusing business, legal, or criminal authority. So be mindful of the situation where you get too critical towards yourself, towards life, towards the past, towards the situations, towards other people. Judge it sits on the victim warrior pillar. Those pillars I was discussing in previous videos. If you want to learn more about my courses, and where I dive into the archetypes, I will I can share. Just message me and I can share you some courses with you. Katie is asking what's my accent. I am in Australia and I was born in Russia, so I have probably like a weird mix of everything. Like Russian accent mixed up with Australian, and I'm married to French Canadian, so it's probably like a wild mix. Judge light archetypes, balancing justice and compassion, managing the fair distribution of power. So as the card says, just be in balance of justice and compassion, because judge is triggered by the wound of injustice that we carry from the past. And if you see like everything is unjust, this shouldn't be happening, this shouldn't be this way, that I should have, would have, so on, and it creates like an anger or criticism, it's a quite destructive energy. So move towards that, towards the light archetype, and find the light and compassion. So that's that would be the message for Sandra. I hope it makes sense to you, especially being less critical towards yourself. You will see that it becomes completely impossible for you to be critical to other people when you stop being critical to yourself. And I'm very much aware how it feels. I had such a strong critic within me when I grew up. When I've discovered it, I was shocked. I was shocked how actually critical I was of myself constantly, and until about the age of 35 when I said enough, enough is enough. Oh, beautiful. Um, okay, who's next? I'm just going to grab. Uh, you missed me from Sarah K. You missed me from the start. Sarah K. Okay, girl, you're gonna be the last one because we done all the hard self work, wanting to see if I get to reap the worst, so to speak. Beautiful. Sarah, ask yourself, what's your level of deservability right now? And check in with entitlement. Deservability is pure, you know, that sense of understanding the law of attraction and the law of universe, with that, you know, quiet understanding that everything is magnetic and everything moves around and then energy comes in and energy comes out, versus entitlement, where like I've done already everything. It's like, where is it? Where is it? I want it here and now. So your card is a destroyer. Oh my goodness. Let's see. Don't be scared. A destroyer is actually a um, great card because it's preparing for new life. It's releasing what is potentially destructive and preparing for a new life. So Sarah K, girl, lady, beautiful lady, you are preparing for a new life. Whatever you are right now changing in your life or in yourself is preparing you for a completely new circle, for a completely new um, cycle of your life. And don't be, and the fact that you've been doing the work that you've been doing, you said you've done hard work, it means that you had to destroy or change certain parts of yourself and, you know, move them out. So you can see a volcano erupting. Shadow attributes intoxication with destructive power, destroying others' dreams or potential. So this is a big one. This is a huge card and a huge energy, right? And just quickly glancing, you're CEO at Sarah the Dynamic Healing Practitioner. So you have some powers. You have some energy behind you, right? And as a practitioner to practitioner, we carry a lot and we move a lot through ourselves. And we constantly kind of reinventing ourselves, and we destroying the old things, and we are like channeling new things in through us. So just stay on the light side of it. And as I speak, I can 100% relate to this. I 100% relate to the place where it comes from, and also understanding like how, especially if you work with mother earth energy. Mother earth energy is incredibly like dark and disruptive and just like raw, and then bringing the new life in. So focus in your life, in your love, focus on a new life. Just keep birthing, keep birthing and knowing that you have that energy and you have that power, because you can destroy, you can also birth, and that you're a channel for this energy. This is a huge message for you. I'm just like, I'm feeling more than I can actually express. Preparing for the new life. Just focus on that. Just take that sentence as an affirmation, and just, I'm preparing new life. I'm birthing a new life. I'm bringing new energy in, and that will be, it will be you, propelling you forward exactly where you want to be. Thank you so much for being with me, beautiful people. I loved it. I enjoyed it so much. What I would like to do actually is I would like to gift a reading, and I'm just going to send a calendar link for one person who would like to receive a reading using this archetypal cards. We can do a archetypal wheel, and like using astrology and archetypes and the characters create a wheel, the whole reading on the houses, like house 1, house 2, like the way you would do in astrology. We would do that with the cards. And I would like to gift to someone who hasn't received, or maybe preferably a reading, and it's very insightful because you get to see parts of you that sometimes you maybe not liking it. And Sarah says, I would like to reading. Sarah, this is yours. I'm going to give you I'm going to give you a calendar link where you can book in, and we are going to do a reading because, and Nitika, I'm just going to, beautiful lady, I'm just going to draw you a card as well as we speak. And that will be the last one. Yeah, that reading. Oh, Seeker. Surprise, surprise, Nitika. Nitika had a session with me. She had an Akashic Records reading, and your card is a Seeker. And I, knowing you a little bit, this is exactly what you are. You've been seeking for a long time. So light attributes. So this is the message for you, Nitika. Light attribute, thirst for wisdom and truth wherever they are. And shadow attribute, inability to commit to a path once found. So once you find the path, and I think you are just in the search of it right now, once you find it, stick to it. That's the message for you today, beautiful Nitika. Stay in the light archetype of the seeker. Otherwise, the shadow, it's always, you're going to be running from one thing to another and never actually end up nowhere. You're going to be constantly seeking, right? So once found, just stay with that. It was a great pleasure. Thank you so much for being with me. And as usual, we have our like next show next Wednesday, same time, same place. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And have an amazing, amazing day, amazing life, and an amazing week.